the transatlantic rift over Ukraine's future will be starkly exposed on Monday. Simultaneously, preliminary U.S.-Russia ceasefire talks commence in Riyadh, while Emmanuel Macron hosts a Paris summit of European defense powers. This summit aims to pressure the U.S. to include Europe and Ukraine in the ongoing discussions, addressing concerns of a potential U.S.-Russia agreement that excludes key stakeholders. The Riyadh meeting precedes a planned encounter between Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, their first meeting in over 2 years. This development fuels European anxieties regarding a potential resurgence of Russia's push for Ukrainian neutrality, potentially involving a U.S.-Russia brokered division of spheres of influence. Such an outcome would echo historical power-sharing agreements that disregarded the interests of smaller nations. French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot, speaking on France Inter Radio, emphasized the significance of the Paris summit. The president will bring together the main European countries tomorrow for discussions on European security, highlighting a growing sense of European unity. The summit will include representatives from Germany, Poland, Italy, and Denmark, representing Baltic and Scandinavian interests, alongside NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. The central theme of the Paris meeting is exploring viable European defense capabilities to provide Ukraine with credible security guarantees. This includes a proposed mechanism for automatic NATO membership for Ukraine. The U.S. has stressed the need for severe consequences for ceasefire violations, a critical element missing in previous attempts at de-escalation. While Macron expressed unsurprise at the swiftness of any potential U.S.-brokered ceasefire, European officials harbor deeper concerns. They suspect Russia's objectives extend beyond merely securing Ukrainian neutrality through limiting the Ukrainian army's size and potentially removing President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. They fear a broader agreement establishing spheres of influence, reminiscent of the 1945 Yalta Agreement, which was criticized for its lack of inclusivity and potential for imposing the will of major powers upon smaller nations. The Yalta Conference, held towards the end of World War II, saw the Allied leaders, the United States, United Kingdom, and the Soviet Union agreeing on the division of post-war Europe and the establishment of spheres of influence, with the Soviet Union gaining significant control over Eastern Europe. This arrangement deeply impacted post-war political and geographical realities, a precedent viewed with apprehension by many European leaders today. Adding another layer of complexity, the new EU Foreign Affairs Chief, Kaja Kallas, convened an informal meeting of EU foreign ministers in Munich. The EU has unveiled plans to ease EU fiscal debt regulations to facilitate increased defense spending. Kallas has already warned against making premature concessions to Russia on issues like Ukraine's NATO membership. This reflects a strong commitment to maintaining Ukraine's sovereignty and agency in any potential. The European Union's plans to increase defense spending reflect a growing recognition of the need for greater collective security, especially in light of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. This financial flexibility aims to provide member states with the resources to bolster their defense capabilities and contribute to NATO collective efforts. The divergent approaches of the U.S. and European powers underscore the significant challenges in navigating a path toward a sustainable. The concerns regarding Russian intentions, historical precedents, and the need for a unified European stance are all critical factors that will shape the unfolding diplomatic drama. The careful balance between achieving a ceasefire and preventing a repeat of past power-sharing agreements that disregarded national sovereignty is a complex and potentially precarious task. The coming days will be crucial in determining the trajectory of the conflict and the future of Ukraine.